Aloha everyone, and welcome to our press conference here on behalf of the International Indigenous Peoples Forum on Climate Change. Mother Earth is no longer in a period of climate change, but in climate crisis. Indigenous peoples have a vital role in defending and healing Mother Earth. We uphold that the inherent rights of Indigenous peoples must be fully respected in all decision-making processes and activities related to climate change. At this time...
Good afternoon, everybody. I just wanted to note that the Jaringan Orang Asal Malaysia stands for Indigenous Peoples Network of Malaysia, yeah? I just want to start off by telling all of you just briefly what happened over the last weekend. It was a really amazing thing if you could have been there on Saturday and Sunday, the 26th and the 27th of September. There were Indigenous peoples from all over the world. We were more than 100 of us coming together from regions of Africa, from Asia, from the Arctic, from Latin America, from North America and the Pacific. And why did we come together in such numbers before the Bangkok meetings here at the UNFCCC? We came together because of our common concern and that and the feeling that the Indigenous voices here are not being heard at these talks, and despite the fact that Indigenous peoples are the most vulnerable, going to be the most affected by climate change, yet our concerns are still not being heard. And we, one of the things that came out when we discussed and came out in a very unified way with this policy proposal was that we realized that it is not really just about the effects of climate change in our different areas. It's just this common concern that the climate change negotiations are not going in the way that we feel are going to be successful without acknowledging the rights of Indigenous peoples, and why do we want our rights and our voices heard in this debate? Because very succinctly, it's just because Indigenous peoples have always been the ones to protect the forest, protect the world, and it's our knowledge and our ways of living that have always that are the model that are low carbon, and it is a different model that is bringing such harsh impacts on our peoples, and not just our peoples, but also the peoples of the world. In a part of our key demands here at the UNFCCC, what we want and what we want to see includes our self-determination and our right to pre-informed consent. In 2007, all the nations of the world got together and did a declaration called the Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, where they acknowledged our contribution, our traditional knowledge, and our rights, and the fact that we are being marginalized. And that's why they came up with something called this declaration. And suddenly this declaration, we feel very strongly that it needs to be as well included here in the climate change debate. I just wanted to make just a very short statement, and then I'll take your questions later. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So my name is Ibrahim Jobdi, as he has already introduced me. I will just be very brief, and since he has talked on the generalities, let me now focus on my community, how climate change is affecting my community, that is the pastoralist Mororo community of Cameroon. The main issue here is drought that have been affecting my community very adversely for the past 5 years. The dry season in Cameroon used to last, when I was still a child, it used to last 4 months, no more. But now it is extended. Our cattle do not have pasture during this drought period, and what happens is the cattle are dying, are going, and we are looking at it with our eyes, and we are helpless. This has a very long-term, or a short-term and long-term effects. For example, my community, we don't farm. We depend on meat, on beef and milk for our stay. And these cows are now dwindling and dying every day. And you find a community or a family who has lost all the cows, and now they are forced to transform either into farming that they are not used to, where you find they work farm and they become sick because they are not used to working farms. Some of them migrate into the cities. They don't have any skill. If they are women, they become prostitutes. If they are men, they become bandits, highway robbers. So that's a reality now in Cameroon. So you see, climate change has a long-term connected effects. This one causes this one, this one causes this one, right to perishing. People will perish because of climate change. Because if you go to the city, you don't have a job, you don't know what to do, you will die. Because you will not have to eat, hunger will kill you. Then another problem is that of conflicts, because now the resources are limited. You see, all the rivers are dried up. In the village, you might buy, in the community might buy only one river surviving, which was the biggest one. And everybody wants to take his cows to this river. And you see, there is competition, and there is conflict, there are deaths, there are wars. And this is a reality. I just want to end here and maybe also touch the pygmy, because my community, my country is also habits. Part of it habits the tropical forest. That's the Congo Basin tropical forest, which is second to the Amazon in Brazil. What happens to the pygmies is not really drought, because for them they are lucky, they still have rains because of the tropical forest. But with RED coming now, we are anticipating that our government is going to move them out of the forest to protect the forest for RED and carry out RED activities. So this is a serious problem which is coming, and we have to get ready for it, because I also work with the pygmy. I'm not a pygmy, but I'm pastoralist, and we consider we work in solidarity as indigenous people. So this is just what I want to tell you as in a nutshell, and I will welcome any questions. Thank you very much.